Hey, oh! What is good? Them hardwood knuckleheads is back.
We're back. It's just a little bit of a breather break. I don't even know what that was. I think it was just there was some stuff that was just going on. It just, sometimes life just be in that way.
Life be in the way. Spring break and family. And yeah, man. It's been wild, bro. But you good? You've been good, man.
Good. I don't know if you saw it. Well, a couple things that I don't know if you saw last night, but did you watch WrestleMania?
No, but I heard about it.
Hey, it was actually.
Was it all right?
Triple H is doing a really good job of trying to bring back like the Attitude Era in some kind of way, and like having The Rock come back and being the heel and being the bad guy since like January. I think that was really good for just his character and just for the storyline of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, and then all the dudes that came out yesterday that kind of helped out. So Cody ends up winning. Spoiler alert: Cody ends up winning the title or whatever. Yep. It needed to happen because Roman Reigns had been he actually had this reign for a long. I mean, it was 1,300 and I think almost 15 days that he was the champion. So it's been a long reign, pun intended. It's been a long reign for him. And so, like Cody Rhodes being able to come in there and, because we're big wrestling people over here. So, be able to kind of watch that and seeing The Undertaker come back there for a second, make cameo, John Cena, like The Rock in there was just kind of the only thing that they missed out on is that they didn't have Stone Cold.
Yeah, you could have brought him back just for.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. I would have lost my shit if he'd have came out there. But but it was still a good one. I think that I don't know, like the way that they're trying to make these stories go, probably heading into next WrestleMania is going to be really good. And so it starts tonight though, because the Raw after WrestleMania is always crazy.
Always crazy.
So I'm pretty excited to be able to kind of watch that tonight and kind of see what goes on. But so that was number one. Okay. Number two, did you check out the eclipse?
Man, bruh. All right. I was watching, been on the TV all day. They talking about it all day long. We didn't get we weren't in what they call it, the path. So it got dark, like it was cloudy, but it wasn't like a big deal, and I didn't get the glasses, so I wasn't looking up in the sky. And I didn't make the pinhole out of your cereal box. I didn't do that. So,
you didn't do none of that.
Nah, I was in the house, bro. I went outside, checked it out. I was like, all right, because people was acting crazy, talking about, National Guard and the world might end. Really? And all that. People's out there talking. Man, I don't know, man. The internet is a crazy place, bro. People be wilding out.
They be doing something. The only thing I was hoping for is that as soon as we got that eclipse that we needed or whatever, I just needed loudspeakers everywhere to just play Black Hole Sun, won't you come, nigga? Hey, and wash away the rain. So hey, that's the one. Nah, hey, but the best part when he goes Black Hole Sun, that's the best part. I was just waiting all day, and then I never heard it. So I was just
Why didn't you shoot it from the house, man?
No. Hey, trust me, that's just getting played today. When the kids come home, it's about to be on. They be like, "What's that?" This is the Eclipse song right here. That's what
oh my gosh! Oh man, yeah, man. The coverage on the news is pretty cool. I saw there was some, what was it, Indiana, where it got it was dark. It was pitch black, which is cool.
That's crazy though.
Yeah. You
had to be in a certain path or where I don't know. I guess some things don't make sense. Like, okay, if here's the sun and then I cover it, how is it not black everywhere?
Right.
It don't make sense to me. Yeah,
it's because the world is round.
Oh, so it's not flat?
Don't tell Kyrie.
Don't start that. All
right. Leave it alone. But nah, they're pretty cool coverage though. Pretty cool stuff. I'm ready for this national title game tonight though.
Hey, this has been, I was talking to a couple of, just a couple coaches and stuff, just throughout this month, just watching it. This has probably been one of the more exciting and unpredictable ones there too. I can't remember if we had talked about this last time or not, but I think what you're seeing now now, not to take away from Purdue and UConn being able to play, but just leading up into the tournament stuff, is that what you're seeing is that with all the NIL stuff and the transfer portal and everything, like you're starting to see like people are really like, I gotta think that these kids are contacting each other, Facebook, social media, something, trying to figure out where other people are going and trying to be like, hey man, we should link up and go here. And then like, like I just feel like that there's got to be something like that going, because you're seeing teams that you probably wouldn't think would be your deep run teams. And now there's just so many good college teams now.
Yeah. But see, I think it's the opposite. I do think that there is some of that. I mean, at certain schools, I think you have guys that are trying to link up, right? But the problem is that's not really getting it done. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So, because teams are older now, the transfer portal, like you can win young, but like how far can you? Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
right.
Evidenced by Kentucky. That's probably the biggest one, with their recruiting class. And I don't know. I think, I spoke. So, shout out to my man Von Webb. He's a assistant coach at Fresno State.
Okay.
And I believe he's retired, but he's been in the game for a minute. And we hooked up last week because all the coaches were in town for the Final Four
for networking and stuff like that. Right.
And so I got to hook up with him, and he was just saying, like, he goes, game has changed, man. Like, the idea of just stacking it with 5-star recruits, like, it might work, but most often than not, most coaches are saying, yo, we may get 1 or 2 high school kids a year, but we hitting that portal, especially at the high major, like mid-major, you know what I mean? Those guys, they're looking at that portal just so they can fill spots, they're gonna take those 5-star recruits if they can get them. Right. I think they're all starting to figure out that they got to stay old. You got to get old and stay old somehow,
right?
And then infuse that with some young talent. You know what I mean?
Right. And yeah. That's
so. It's just crazy, man. Like,
I mean, it's only been like 20 years there too, right? I mean, when we were in college, and I don't know if that was the culture or the climate when we were in school.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know, because I mean, like, a lot of this is because of social media, and like we didn't have that then, so I don't, you know what I mean? So it's just like you don't know what that is. Just know it's that, and it's like you couldn't transfer back then without having to sit out a whole year. Right. So it's like, so you didn't do it. People didn't do it because you're losing a year of eligibility to go and then try to go someplace else. So it wasn't like a thing. It's nuts, man. What's all? I mean, it's.
They said, I saw a thing this morning that said there was like over 13,000 kids in the transfer portal. 13,000, bro.
That's a lot of damn kids.
Like, what?
So you have that many, then you got all these seniors that are trying to get somewhere.
Yes.
So where they go? Right.
You better go, as I was told by a few coaches this past week. It's like, yo, they need to find you got to get in at a low major or a mid major
and go cook.
You
gonna have to. Yeah, you're basically like auditioning for the next school.
Yeah, he said, because like a few coaches said, it's better to move up. It's easier to move up, transfer up, however you want to play it, than try to go to a big school and you sit and you waste a year and you don't show anybody anything.
Exactly right. So then now nobody wants to just take you as a transfer. I'm like, well, shit, you sat over there.
Right.
You just trying to come sit over here? Like, no, just no. We trying to use that
go somewhere you can play and cook.
Man, this is wow.
It's a wild world, man. It's wild.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Games change, man. But it, like you say, it's in regards to the tournament, it's made for good basketball. We've had some really good games, and I mean, ultimately, we got to where we all in our minds thought we could get to with Purdue and UConn. Arguably the two best teams all year. But like, there's been some surprises. There've been but the basketball has been phenomenal.
The basketball has been really good. Like even in the Final Four games there too. I mean, like Alabama, like, I mean, they went toe to toe for a long time. It's just UConn, just like they're just they make you pay in so many different ways. Like it's like you can't have empty possessions on offense against them because they're going to
stop them.
Yeah, they just right. You can't have empty possessions. So it's like, when the three's falling, then you can stay in games and you can do that. But when it's not,
right,
you can't manufacture a bucket any other way. Then now all of a sudden that's when because the game was, it was a 4-point game when it was UConn Alabama, I think all the way up until about the 6-minute mark. And
it was tied. I think it was tied at 56.
Yes.
I think that was like with 6 or so to go.
Right. So it was still so for 34 minutes, it was right there. And then all of a sudden UConn just UConn it. Like it just I don't even know what to say on that. Like they
hit that, they get to that point where like we tired of the bullshit. All right, let's go. It's over.
Right.
Like, let's put this to bed. Like
they have so many guys and they're so damn long, and they just, I don't know, they're just like their ball movement and kind of what they do. I like that one that I've been seeing a lot on YouTube. On Twitter there too, where they kind of run like that stagger double for the shooter, but then it turns into an on ball, and he comes and then they clear out the other guard towards like the baseline side as he's coming off the. It's just. There's just things where like you look at them like, damn, like I've never seen that. There, you know what I mean? Like that's the beautiful part about basketball. Like you see where like, because that used to be just a shuffle cut when we were in school.
Yeah.
But now they're turning a staggered double into, like where you would hit the shooter. It's not going to hit the shooter now. Right. You're setting a screen after you come off the double, thinking that you're going to shoot, and then now there's just the way that they're clearing things out and just kind of just giving spaces for guys to be able to knock shots. It's just so. It's so damn creative. Like, and I love, if nothing else, that part about the basketball part is just so fun. Like, you know what I mean? When you see it say, you're like, oh shit, that was nice. Like, you know what I mean? Just being able to kind of just like see what that is. Like, that's the beautiful part about just, but then not just that, but it's because that you have players with such higher IQs now.
True.
Because they're playing at a high level since they were younger and their IQs are just higher. So
you
can put them in those situations where they can make those different kind of reads and, and kind of wise and things and stuff. And so that part is
actions on top of actions on top of actions.
Man, just so
and it's hard. Like like it's so hard to stay locked in defensively for that long a time. And even if you do, like, UConn is the best at it, but like Purdue's really good. They all have these counter actions that you just get beat by. You know what I mean? And like you say, it's fun to watch from a coach's standpoint.
It's such a chess match that kind of just goes on, and it's, you know what I mean. Like, and it's always kind of fun when you watch it because it's like one team will just keep doing the same for the longest time until they let you figure it out. But it's like, when are you gonna figure it out? Because we've got a counter for it.
Yeah.
Early than we counted. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh man, it's been kind of fun. I do feel bad for I felt bad in the Houston game when Shen got hurt. I felt bad about that because that was even like when you listen to Shire talk at the end of the game, first thing he talked about was how much of a competitor that Shed was and how just unfortunate that it was of an incident for him to get injured like that. Like, he gets it. Like, you know what I mean? I think for sure, like, if shit, because then you really saw, like, that's crazy how the importance of one guy is for your team.
Right.
But also how scary that is there too when you put all your marbles just on just one guy, because then if something else like that happens, you watch now you've got other guards that are used to making plays off the ball. And now have to, like, and so everybody just kind of seemed they were just a little out of sync. And then in games like that, you can't be a little out of sync.
No.
You know what I mean?
And the way he changes things on both ends of the floor. I don't know if I've seen a guard this year at that level who was such a dog defensively. Like, he disrupted everything.
Oh, everything.
And early on in that game, he was giving a Roach fits. Like,
fits.
I know Roach was like, man, I'm sorry he hurt, but boy, am I happy he's gone.
Right. But now I can breathe. Right.
Man. Because he was all up in him, boy. He's like, man, he's a problem. Man. Like you say, it's tough to see him go down. You probably think I think they probably would have won that game.
If he plays in that game, I think not only do they win, but then
they play NC State. They would have played NC State.
I think that could have beat NC State.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now it just changes things there too. But I did like Burns though too. Burns was kind of one of those feel good stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because of like the way that he approaches the game, the way that I think that we all would love the youth to approach the game.
Yeah, with some joy.
With just joy, because his coaches were always telling like the kids what, like, man, just have so much fun. Have so much fun competing. Like this shit ain't that serious.
Right. It's a game.
Competing and enjoy the game. And it's like you can even see it. Like he's out there with Edie, probably just cracking jokes.
Yeah.
It's the national, it's the Final Four game where you think that people are gonna be locked in and they're gonna be. And again, I don't think that he wasn't locked in. I just think that that's who he is.
That's who he is. Yep.
So he's not going to change it in the game just because what? Because the stakes are higher?
Right.
He just did like whatever. Like this is still just like another game. So it just but it was, that part was it was fun just watching him because he was. I mean, he really. I mean, especially in like that first half too. Like he made a couple of those pocket bounce passes on like the guys that were back cutting. I was like, damn, how do you thread? I mean,
diamond.
There's not too many people that can thread that.
Yeah.
And he's over there with left-handed, just throwing that pocket one, like kind of really reminiscent of what was the big that was at Loyola Chicago when you remember what I'm talking about?
A couple years ago. Yeah, I know the big white kid.
Final Four, when that's when old coach that's over at Oklahoma now was there, and they were just they had some stuff like that too, and he was a great passer and he could score there too. And this guy was and Burns and him are very very similar in that aspect, but he's just big body, just like that right shoulder turn, little like flick hook that he does, like couldn't stop it because he's so wide. And once he hit you with that shoulder, that's all the space that he needed. Now he's spinning away from you after their space, and it was like, man, that was he was fun. He was that part was fun.
Me and Jen took the boys to the shoot-arounds on Friday for all the 4 teams for the Final Four.
How was
we
that?
got to go over there over at the stadium, and it was cool to just watch each team like go through their workouts and see the different things that they work on. And the NC State fans, they love them some DJ Burns, man. He's out there doing the same thing. Like, they're televising it, but and it's pretty packed in there, but he's just out there having fun.
Right.
Just it's just like you say, it's cool to see guys just have fun with it. And but the experience overall was cool because I mean each team, they kind of approached the shoot around a little bit differently.
Right.
So like Purdue was going through stuff. They was running transition sets. They was doing they had some ball screen defensive drills they went through, like some good stuff. Like I was like, okay, I'm a
Did you like? I'm sure. I mean, did you take a pad with you? Did you write any notes down?
No, but I put some stuff in my phone.
Okay, I was gonna say right. I was gonna say that.
I wish I would have thinking back on it, but I was just like I didn't know what you could take in the building.
Right. But
no, it was a good time, man. It was cool to see each team go through their stuff, and bro, like Purdue, like Edie is huge, right?
How big is he in real life?
He's huge, bro. He's massive. But the crazy thing about it is, it's like there's another kid on their team. He's a red shirt that's just as big as him.
Shut up,
dude. I can't remember his name. I think it was like Matt Hart. He's from Sweden. And
so they're not losing nothing then,
dude. If he could just fill the role, dude is huge. I was like, wait a minute, who's that dude?
Right,
I ain't seen him play. Right. And then I was like, I looked it up and I'm like, okay, he must be a red shirt. And then you could tell the different jerseys they were wearing and stuff like that. But bro is just as big as Edie. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Scary. So, but just cool how, and it's almost funny, like Edie just does his work, man. He's going there. He was doing like just jump hooks from like 3 different spots. And then they had these drills where their big man coach, they got a coach. I got to look him up. I should have looked him up. Edie made him look small. And I swear he was 6'10". Like,
right. He's big. Yeah.
I'm like, what? He making the coach look small. Like, bro, like just a big dude, man. Clinging the same way. It's just funny. They came out. UConn was the last group. They come out and they all got they have these stuff on their hand, and we weren't super close, but we were close enough. And I was like, what are they wearing? And then I realized all of them had gloves on, and the first thing they do is they come out and they do ball handling stuff with.
That's what I saw. Yeah, I saw a clip of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like
the old school stuff, Pistol Pete shit, like the around the
head.
Yeah.
But it was cool experience.
They do it with gloves on, though. You said.
Yeah, they was doing all their drills, and like for the first 10 minutes, they were just doing ball handling with gloves on it, and then they took them all off and they got into their natural shoot around. But I think I've seen some clips of them doing that before, so I think that's just basically how they start every day.
Yeah, that's just the culture they got. I mean, shit. I mean, like if you got this far or whatever, I mean, shit. I mean, if it ain't broke,
no. Hey, and I don't know if a program that's got it going as good as Hurley and UConn right now. You know what I mean? So, hey, just keep doing what you're doing. Sure.
Right.
What you think? So, I mean, just give me your predictions. What you thinking of what the?
Again, like I think, I mean, we've talked about this in like the last couple of weeks or whatever. I just think UConn is just too much of a. I just think UConn's just so good because they're so deep and they just got guys to do it. But again, I think that this is the matchup that I think secretly we all wanted. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I think this is the first time in a long time where even the Final Four, or even maybe even go back to like the Elite Eight, I'm not sure, but it's like where usually you hear all the commentators and stuff like that, like they're always talking, it's all about the guard play, it's all about the guard play, it's all about the guard play. And it seems like that this one is like, this ain't no guard play. Like this is gonna be on the inside, and like who, like, you know what I mean? Like on some heavyweight championship fight, like two big ass titans on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to impose their will on both sides more?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is Edey gonna be able to get Klingon on the offensive side, or you know what I mean? And then but then like what's gonna happen defensively? Like I still give it to UConn, but I think it's gonna be a game. Like I just, I don't know what the line is. Don't really care what the line's gonna be, but I just feel like, man, like it's just like this is one of those ones where I think that the two teams that I think that we all thought were gonna be there are there.
Yeah.
So it's so that's gonna be, it'll be fun to be able to just kind of just watch that. So
I think, I mean, it's like you say, it's a matchup of what they call it, matchup of the Giants, with Edey and Klingon. But I also think that opens it up to be maybe where like you have a guard that's gonna have to step up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they both run their stuff so good, and it's like who's gonna be able to counter and create open shots. You know what I mean? Like Edey's gonna get his.
Right.
I'm interested to see how they guard Klingon, on the other end. I'm almost assuming that they're going to just put it like they always do drop coverage with Edey. They're always in drop coverage. But what's going to happen on the backside of those guards? When they hit the lift, or you get a ball screen into a dribble handoff, and then you gotta guard that action too.
Some zone action, right? Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Man, it's gonna be, like you say, it's gonna be a good chess match. And just I don't know. I feel like Purdue's guards, they're gonna have to make shots, and they are. I think they're the top 3-point shooting team in the country, so they're gonna have to make threes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, like you saw what Alabama was able to do with that when
early.
The thing is that with them, they're too. Alabama's just different because they don't got somebody like Edey. Their big can actually put the ball on the floor, and he can play at a 5-out spot.
Right.
Edey's not going to do that. So then, then that means that they'd have to change, like defensively how they would try to guard that. But I mean, Alabama was able to get threes off, and they were able to get ball movement around and knock shots down, and that's with the 5-out. So if it goes 4-out, 1 in, are they going to still be able to kind of get, those same shots that Alabama was going to be able to get up there too? I mean, if they are, and like they're going to hit, then all of a sudden, things could be a little bit different. But I still.
And that's the thing. The funny thing, like you say, because like Alabama in the first half was bombing Purdue, bombing UConn.
Right? Yeah.
But that's their style. Like their style is straight up. You going to get to the rack, or you going to bomb from 3, right?
Right.
The thing about it is, like Purdue is a little bit more equipped to play. They can bomb you, right? They got the inside game with Edey. But I think the thing that I would be worried about with UConn is that, or for UConn, is that Purdue's more inclined to take those pull-up jumpers. They got guys that can make that mid-range game.
They hit the midi. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like yeah, there are going to be opportunities for them to knock those shots down. And then like, we got a game because the second half of the Bama UConn game, Bama stopped making shots.
They did, right.
They were 8 or 9.
Was. Yeah, right.
It 8 or 9 from 3 in the first half, and then they only made 3 of 11 in the second half.
UConn made a really good defensive adjustment. They were just running those guys off the line. You know what I mean? And they're putting them in the spots where they don't want to do floaters or they don't want to do middies. They want to get layups and threes. So then now
you was beating that stuff off the
board.
Oh
yes.
Like, bro, get out of here with that.
Yeah. That's going to be a good one there too. What were your thoughts on the game last night? I mean, yesterday afternoon, South Carolina and Iowa.
Man, yo, that was a hell of a game, bro. Like the Caitlin Clark, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she came out that first quarter and was like, buckets.
I was like, oh, okay, it's like that.
Yeah, I had people they were texting me like, yo, Caitlin Clark's on pace to score 72 points, and I'm like, I know, like, yo, she might, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, but like South Carolina, and here's what I thought. Most coaches in that situation, because the game started off, what was it? Like 10-0?
It was 10-0. Iowa was up 10-0.
Right. You know, and I know pretty much, let's just say 85% of the country, coaches in the country, that happens, we call timeout, right?
Yeah. She didn't.
She never called it out, and I was waiting for her. I'm like,
because you know what that is that it's almost like the timeout is almost like what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like you're not conceding defeat in that moment, but you're like, okay, timeout, hold up, wait, we're not ready, and then I think that what that does from a mental standpoint, and then the Iowa crowd gets behind it, and you know, and then Caitlin's feeling like, hey, they can't like, you know what I mean, like, so she was like, nah, I can't do that. They've got to figure this shit out.
That was, to me, was like the best decision of the whole game, that she didn't call timeout, and because I agree, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, if she calls a timeout. Because everybody was texting me, she gonna call timeout? I'm like,
right.
Like, I don't, you know. But the fact that she didn't, because I think if she does call timeout, like you say, it's that mental thing. It's like now we feel like we're in fear. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But she was like, I ain't calling timeout. We just gonna play through this, and they just walked them down,
grinded the thing out right there. Yeah. Too. I mean, that shows just though too, like it shows the culture, but the level of trust that Dawn Staley has in her girls.
Yep.
Like, again, this is the national champ. There is no other game after this.
Right.
This is you win or you go home, you know, and it's just like, and again, they run off and they're hitting shots and do it. And you don't, like I said, just like we could have been like, okay, do you or do you not call those timeouts again? Like you hate to use those early to stop the bleeding, so to speak, or whatever, because your team didn't come out the way that they're supposed to, and you got hit in the mouth early. And now it's like, what do you're like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? And so it's just,
she's straight Debo that whole decision. She was like, hell no, I ain't calling shit. We gonna work through this. Like, and I think that just basically told her team, hey, we got this.
If she's not flinching, then what the hell y'all flinching for?
Right.
Listen, I ain't calling no timeout on this. Whatever, let them do it. But then also there too, I wonder on like the other side if it was kind of one of those there too. And again, like you've been on this side there too, where you're coaching and there's just either a team or a player, let's say Caitlin Clark, who's just hella hot.
Right.
Law averages are going to say what? She's not going to stay hot the whole game. So you have to, got to just stay with it. And and basically it ends up turning out to be a 1-on-5 game. Not that Caitlin Clark wasn't finding other people and stuff like that, but it's like, listen, like if nobody else is gonna score in bunches or score as much as like we know that you can, and we've got our girls that can score, you know, like she had like 5 girls out there that could all get 4 or 5 points there in those times when she's scoring all by herself. So it neutralizes the game over the course of the time, you know what I mean? And so, and then it's like, you know, then they were throwing the defense. Like the one girl I thought she did an outstanding job of guard.
Was that Raven Johnson? Yeah.
And Raven was,
locking up, bro.
She locked up. She got that steal right before halftime. That was a momentum breaker right there. Like, you don't understand, like plays like that. Plays like that, and like you're bringing the ball up thinking that you're going to get this shot off right before half, and the girl's like cookies. Layup.
Yeah.
Then it's like there's no more time left. Now they're going into the locker room with all this momentum. They just rip, like, you know what I mean, and stuff.
Yep.
And it's, man, like,
there's
just so much stuff to see from that. I mean, like, from that game. One, we can't not talk about just how much Caitlin Clark has done the last couple of years for just women's basketball. Like, again, like, I watched it before, but I didn't watch it as much. And then you started hearing about her, and then you start watching, and then, but it's like, but like when you watch her, you don't just watch her, you get a chance to see the other team as well there too. You're like, oh shit, like they got girls over here. Like, I mean, there's girls that are hooping right now, and that is fun. Like, it is that part to me is just exciting because like they're out there doing it. I mean, and so you can't knock on that. South Carolina, though, the one thing that was crazy to me, 38-0 on bench points,
bro.
Like Iowa, like, again, you can say whatever, right? There, you know, people are gonna. I mean, because you already see on Facebook and you see on Twitter and stuff. Everybody's already, you can't call her the GOAT because she couldn't win no rings, and you can't call it because I'm like, listen, I'm like, for somebody that's got no bench, for 2 years, and basically like put a state on her back and was like, hey, like, come on, like, I'm not saying that you make an excuse for it. I'm saying that you got to understand, like, that is a very tough feat to be able to accomplish there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it just, South Carolina got all these freshmen that come off the bench that is dog. It was like
the freshman that
just came off the bench and was just not
broken that thing, bro. I'm like, and with no fear, like
no fear at all. It's the championship game.
Yeah.
It was kind of like last year. Who was the girl?
The girl from LSU who just went crazy.
Right, the one that's just like, okay, bucket. But I mean, it was just like, okay, somebody gonna let that thing fly, and she was. And so I mean, that was South Carolina is just so dangerous. I mean, like,
and so big and athletic, just on the glass all the time. They like kind of like Houston, like they just keep coming. You know what I mean?
They don't stop.
Man, it was a great. I was highly entertained, man. I thought it was like you said, it was a great. I think it was a great. What's the word? Example of where the game is. A great representation of all the talent that the women have on that side right now, and. Dawn is phenomenal as a coach.
Dawn's been phenomenal. Dawn been like that since she played.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you see? Hold on real quick. Hold on. Did you see? I don't know if you saw this clip. This is funny. When they won the Final Four, the Elite Eight game, right? All the girls were celebrating. We going to the Final Four. They're all jumping around, like around Dawn Staley. We're going to the Final Four. We're going to the Final Four. And she starts yelling, yay, we get to practice next week. And the girls
then they got mad. Then they got all mad and face was like,
they were like, party pooper.
like, damn, buzzkill. It's like, oh
man. But
hey, let me ask you real quick though. So so if UConn is able to get a shot off, do they win that game?
That's
the crackback was so. Hey, the play was so good though.
Yeah.
It was the handoff up the side. Paige comes off the flare. They turn around. They crack back on that one. Like,
I think she hits it, man.
Paige
is nice with it, bro. She's nice with it. Like,
and
that was the other cool thing is like, I know everybody was talking about her a few years ago, right? And she's been through all these injuries and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people I don't even think I thought about you always know about UConn women's team, right? Like, but like to me, it seemed like this year they were kind of like an afterthought, like
which is crazy. That's crazy to even say that there too, just knowing the prestige that UConn has every year. Right. And
then I heard the crazy thing because like I have that in my mind, like they just kind of been off the radar, like and then you hear about they've had a bunch of injuries and blah blah blah. But then they were in the Final Four game, and the dude said, the commentator was like, this is their 15th out of 16th, or they've been in the Final Four. And I'm like, it just didn't feel that way.
It didn't even seem like it. Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It felt like they've been off for like a few years. But that's because you have all these other teams with all these other talented women that have been balling. South Carolina, Tennessee, LSU, Ohio State,
Stanford, right? I mean, Ohio State, right? You've got
So there's so many more good teams now, and it's like, good. I don't really want to see Ariana. No, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
everybody was kind of tired of seeing them, but like we appreciate them.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
It was just weird that like I had that feeling, and then they were in the game, and I'm like, hey, they got 8 girls. They're playing with 8 girls, bro.
Right.
8 girls.
Right.
Like that's impressive. Yeah, I'll give them props for managing that and getting that far. And I think like you asked me the question. Yes, I think they win that game because I think Paige Beckers knocks it down.
Was that I mean, like again, like like do you?
Yeah, so
it's a foul. I get it. It is. I mean, like when you look at it in slow mo, right? When you look at it in slow mo, the thing is that in the game, the ref don't get a chance to see it in slow mo.
Right. Right.
That thing just happens, and it's a bang bang call. Like that's one there too. Where like if it wasn't an illegal screen, you just took the ball away from UConn with a chance to get. Because again, like I think anybody who plays the game, I think that they look at that different. Now, was it an illegal screen? Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't.
Right.
But at the end of the game, you're like you want the 10 girls that are out there playing.
Yeah.
To ultimately decide the game. And when it's especially when what was it? It was under 5 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's under 5, and all of a sudden you're it was like that's the part that was tough. Like not that it wasn't a foul, whatever. You want to call it a foul, it's fine. Like, and just did she maybe stick to whatever? I'm saying, like, just from a competitor standpoint.
Right.
I want to be able to, our defense be able to, can we stop? And then offense, like, shit, we're trying to see if we can win this. Now, obviously, the defense got super excited when they called the foul because that took the ball out of their hand. You know what I mean?
Right, Jen and I had a little mini argument about it because I was like you, and this is why we were getting an argument. I'm like, if you was playing, you would be like, how you call that at the end of the game? Let us deal. Let us.
Right.
And so it was the right call, and like I'll give the ref credit because in that moment, like. I know it's hard to make that call.
Especially on UConn's side right there. Like, it was right in front of the bench, too.
Yes.
That's
was the correct call. But, like, even, like you asked me, like, in the live, seeing it live, I'm like, how did they even see that? You know what I mean? Like, because it doesn't look like much. I could see the leg. I don't think there was anything wrong up here. Like,
and I wonder if the girl that was defending it didn't get away with a little one of these there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for dramatic. I mean, like, how it is. I mean, like, you're trying
and that young lady, Marshall from Iowa, she's one of the better defenders in the country. So like she did her job. She knew what she was doing. You know what I mean? And she sold it. It was hard, to see it end like that though.
Right.
Hey, that's the game, man. That's the game.
Yeah. So do you think that Caitlin Clark goes down as one of the because I can't stand, like, this is the one thing there too. We might even have a conversation about this. Just one, like, the GOAT conversation about every freaking thing. Like, this shit is just
just let them.
I can't even watch skipping or not. That's not even skipping Shannon anymore. I can't even watch Undisputed anymore because at some point, well, shit, I really couldn't watch it when it was skipping Shannon because at some point every single day.
Right.
Every single day, at like they'll be talking about the hot dog eating contest in July, and it'll be like, well, who would eat more hot dogs, LeBron or Mike? Like, don't nobody give a shit about that. Like, I mean, it's just like, it just got too much, and it's like everything has to be a GOAT. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, just I don't know. Just
she is definitely, to me, in my opinion, she obviously is one of the best college players of all time. Like, I don't think that's a discussion.
Do you think?
I don't know about the greatest, but
right. Okay, so maybe not great. Maybe not greatest. But you can make arguments for Cheryl Miller, for Stewie, because she was 4 for 4 in her championships at UConn when she was there, and she was MVP every single time. Like, that's a whole. Stewie's also 6'7" too. Like, with a like it's saying it's just like it's all a matter of perspective or what you like or then like what you don't like. But Caitlin, I mean, she did something different is what it seems like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, she just did, like, it's kind of like the whole thing with Steph Curry, right? Like, you got a lot more kids now that are playing and trying to do more things because I think kids can see themselves and they can relate to somebody like Steph Curry because he's my size, right? Like it's like you look at LeBron and you're just like, well, yeah, shit, but he's 6'8" and he's 270, and like I'm never gonna be that.
Yes.
Even if I wanted to play like him, it's just not gonna work because I'm gonna end up being 6'1" on a good day with a busted jumper, and I can't, you know what I mean? And I can't, but like you're watching, like, you know, I mean, Steph obviously has done some stuff, and then Trey Young, and then all these other guys. So now you've got other basketball players that can look and be like, damn, like I can like find my value here as well there too, because if, you know, I don't have to be blessed with all this huge size and do this or whatever. If I'm skilled and I can shoot and I can do some stuff, and I think that she's done that on the women's side.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, it's crazy, you know, just, I mean, and so then like, okay, so maybe not a GOAT, but then it's like, if you're one of those players that's like a generational one, or like you change the game, like Steph changed the game, like,
and she has absolutely done that on the women's side.
Right. So then like, does that reward a GOAT status? Does that even matter? Like, I'm just asking, just, you know what I mean? I'm just curious about your thoughts.
I take it, like you said, I take it for what it is. She's a generational talent that has probably created so much inspiration for so many young ladies. And yeah, probably we're gonna see a lot more of her type of player going forward. You know, you're gonna have girls that are gonna be out there. You know?
Right.
And ultimately what that's going to do for the game, because I think you're going to see more teams that are running actions to get shooters open, and then that's going to allow now the big change. It's just going to change how they play, you know, and the style of play.
And then now you're going to have to ultimately almost have to start getting players to do that, because you're going to have to neutralize what they do.
Right.
Because if you can't, and then they start getting off and hitting, you know what I mean? If you're still going to stay, like, you know, slow down game and just play it inside and flex offense, you got this other team that plays with 4 shooters.
Right.
That can off the thing on the ground. At some point, you're going to have to change a little bit on kind of, you know, just what you do and stuff. So, and then then it's like, you know, that you see the viewership that she was drawn for the games and stuff. Crazy. WNBA's got to be like, this is awesome. Like, because then now they're going to generate more number. And then not even that, but I think, doesn't Indiana Fever have the first pick? So she's going to like the motherland of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, they're going to love that shit over there. That's going to be, it's going to be nuts over there.
It's going to be bonkers, bro.
It's going to be crazy. Just right there. And I mean, that's the side of Hoosiers and all, just like the basketball movies that like we just grew up in. And like, she gets to be in Indiana. Like, right. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's just like, it's almost like fixing up to be a really good one. You know, that's gonna be awesome. But I'll tell you what, there too, like in the Final Four, and again, I only saw her play a couple times this year. I didn't really Juju she's so incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, she's
gonna be fun to watch, man.
Long, she get to the basket, she shoot it. Like, it's just all, like, again, just watching the game and watching to kind of see where it's been at. Just, I don't know, just more coverage just on for the tournament, or just kind of whatever it is. Like, we're able to just see him, and I love it. Like, it's just, I mean, it's just great. So it's
you're gonna have your little girl gonna be out there trying to beat Juju, and
I got no problem with that shit at all. I don't care.
Exactly.
Right there, so I don't even care. Like, let's go do all that.
Right.
Let's go do all that shit. That's what we is.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, couple things, and we're gonna get out of here. I don't have the actual numbers, but you are the winner of this. You know,
play the music.
Huh?
I said they ain't no like pomp and circumstance. Like, I don't get no like
some music for it. You want some music for me to tell you won? What kind of dumb? What in the hell? You just want to lay it on thick, huh? Here, let me give you something. Let me find something for you, okay? Let's give you something. All right, everybody.
Don't play no circus music. Ding 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 ding. Don't be playing no bullshit.
Nah, that's weak. We ain't doing that. That's
hold up, man. I was about to get it.
We ain't in the club, you know. I don't like that one neither.
No, that's for the new. No, you know what? No, because that was for our picks anyway. That was the
That was the pick one, but
yeah.
They ain't playing no music, bro. You want the damn pick, all right, dude. All right, so league, bro. I don't know what we got. I'm gonna have to give you something. We should have established this in the get go, but we're gonna figure.
Don't worry. Hey, no. That was the first go round. Yeah, just we'll have to do it for the playoffs, for NBA playoffs.
Okay, we could do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do something on that. Yeah, no, that's that's the thing. Yeah.
Hey,
speaking of basketball, just real quick, just on the other side. So we're like springtime. Give us an update on like Amari and like his team and stuff. Like what's going on with them?
Oh man, so yeah, he's playing for Arizona Select, which is they play on the Under Armour series.
Okay, nice.
His team is loaded. They are talented. They are well coached. It's been fun watching them play. They played a couple of tournaments so far. And yeah, they start traveling this weekend. They're going to Utah, Denver, South Carolina in 6 consecutive weekends. So it's about to get real. He's having a blast. He's learning. He had a good game yesterday. They won a tournament. He had 2 good games. He had a double-double in the first game. He had like 20 and 10. So yeah, man, he's just doing his thing, and we just getting ready. It's fun. He's gonna have an opportunity to play in front of some coaches, and just gonna get after it. So we'll see. I think we done lost Garnett. Hey, look, this is what happens. We told him he won, and look what happened. He froze up, y'all. Look at his face. Yep, here I am by myself because he done exited the building. So anyway, yeah, the club stuff is cool. So he'll be on the Under Armour circuit. Coaches out there. I spoke to a lot of coaches this past weekend, and looking forward to him getting in front of them and play. So that's the update on Amari. And since I'm by myself, it's kind of weird because I usually am a partner in crime. I'm just going to talk. We're going to end this thing, though. So everybody out there, we appreciate y'all joining. Enjoy the national title game. My official pick for the game tonight, I'm going to say UConn wins by 3. And what I say, it's going to be like a 1-possession game all the way down to the end. I wouldn't be mad if Purdue won. Be a great story. Great program, great coaches. I just think UConn got a little bit too much firepower. So, but everybody out there, enjoy the show. Enjoy the game. Oh, look, he's trying to come back. Oh, look who it is. Hey, bro, I got you frozen, dog. You was sitting there like. Everybody out there going to see you just straight frozen, dog. I'm here. I'm giving you an update, and you freeze.
I didn't even know what happened. Like I'm looking, I'm listening. All of a sudden, it just went black. I'm like,
yeah,
what happened? Anyways, do finish on the update.
I already finished, man. I'm not going to. I'm talking to myself on the damn camera. I'm not doing it again. Not doing it. You go back. You can go back and watch. My God. Give me your pick for the game because I gave my pick. I said UConn wins a close game by 3.
UConn by 3?
That's what I've said. Yep. And I'll give you a score too. I'll give you a score. I say it goes 84-81 UConn.
91-89 UConn.
Ooh, we going big points, huh? Right.
I think they're gonna score. I just like it's gonna have to be. Both teams are gonna be able to score. Edie will have 30 this game. I think he's gonna be. Klingon will have some blocks there too. It's just like who's gonna get in foul trouble first.
Right.
Then once they
he don't foul though. He don't foul. So like that's the other thing. He don't ever foul. He never fouls out. Like he rarely gets foul trouble. No, Edie.
It's just because he's so damn big. I think people are scared to go at him because he's so damn big.
Exactly.
They see him be like, they freeze up and then they just don't
freeze up like you on a podcast.
You know what? I see how you did. You brought that shit all the way back. No, that was good. You didn't even let me I think that was way too soon. But hey, whatever.
Hey, I had to do it, man. Because that was funny. You were just straight frozen, dog. Frozen.
Frozen, just out there,
yeah, that's gonna be you. Matter of fact, if I could, I hope I could screenshot that and put that on
and
the
then just put a little thing on.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, y'all. We out. Enjoy the game. We'll be back next week. And just because college basketball season is ending, we still got stuff to talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to talk about the NBA. We'll talk about baseball. We're going to talk about whatever. You know, we do whatever. We do.
Hey, dog. Hey, the parents in the tournament in Seattle yesterday was crazy.
Bruh. I got a story.
Yes. We're going to wait till Friday. No, let's wait till Friday. Yeah, just going to be, boy.
Okay, Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah, just like parents, come on. Just not everything got to be a fight.
Be better.
It don't got to be a fight.
I don't know. All right, man. We out, man. Just be better, parents. We love y'all. Hey, and I just because, and I'll get to the story on Friday, but even myself, I need to be better. So we all need to be better.
Okay, I'll give you that. I need to be better. I just don't need to be as loud. I don't think I'm bad. No, I need to be better too. That's fine. Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, we all need a little DJ. We all need a little bit more DJ Burns.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right there.
Much more joy in the world.
Less. Right. We need a less 8 Mile mentality. You know,
right.
Like B Rabbit versus Papa Doc or B Rabbit versus Few. You know, and we need less.
We need J. Cole apologizing to Kendrick Lamar.
Right, which is like, how you gonna apologize after you the man went at you, then you go at him and then you apologize afterwards?
Man, it's just crazy. But hey, he's trying to bring joy, spread love. All right, whatever.
He's a lot more DJ Burns. That's what he is.
Yes.
DJ Burns.
So everybody out there, be more DJ Burns, man.
Yeah, like it is. Like it's now Twitter's flaming him because they're making it seem like anyways, I'm not gonna. We getting out of here. We gotta go. We done try to end the show 3 times. We'll be here for another 45 minutes. Hey, peace, y'all. Peace. Hardwood knuckleheads. We out.